Now, is there anybody growing raspberries? Come on, I'll show you something.
I am. I was going to ask you a question. Like, they spread like crazy in
They
the
do.
backyard. How do you control
I
that?
pull them out.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But I want you to notice that in most raspberry beds, you see people cutting the tops off.
Mm.
I want you to notice my raspberries, the tops, how full they are. What's up with reducing your fruit content? And when they get heavy, they bend over. They don't stay up that high. And so, and another thing you see in raspberry beds, you see all kinds of dead canes.
Yeah.
How dumb. You see, raspberries only bear 1 year, so after you finish the fruit, cut out all those canes, let the new ones come in, give them space. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just totally amazing when you see how people do things like,
It's so much easier.
it's totally easy, yeah, and then you got space, you know, just when it
I
finishes.
bear twice a year.
Uh-huh.
So I would just cut them after the fall.
After the last cut, you know, when the fruit's all off, there's no more,
Yeah.
it's out of here.
Oh my goodness.
And then you have all these young ones coming in, and so leaving that old stuff just compacts and condenses, you know, crowds the space.
So you shouldn't thin them out?
Not thin them out, cut out the dead ones. That thins it out.
The
When you
ones that have
are already
ones
produced,
you just picked
that's
from.
thinning. You're getting rid of it because it's finished.
Okay, I didn't
And
know
you-
if
and
they
you'll-
get-
and you-
if they get so clumped, do you know,
So you're
take
just
them and then
keeping the
move them
bushes
on?
small.
Well, these have been here over 20 years.
It
You know,
only produces once. After
Each
that,
branch.
each
Yep.
branch. So when it's done,
So as soon as
you
you're
cut it
done.
up.
You want to cut raspberries on it? Just keep the whole branch on.
just cut it. You get your pruners, and cut it off at the base.
All the way down the bottom?
Again, stumps. Here's the thing that amazes me. You look at people how they put all these stumps. What's the point of the stump? It's ugly. It's not going to produce. Get rid of it.
You mean to the ground?
To the ground.
To the ground,
We're,
okay.
we're talking congested. Who wants congestion?
I'm thinking I need to do that with my hydrangeas. I keep looking down.
Well, they should be thinned. And
Yeah.
again, you want to get at the ground and get rid of all the stuff that's crowding and just save what you want to keep. And then just, you know, arrange it nicely.
What is that?
That's mullein, an herb called mullein. Yeah, it's an herb.
It looks like comfrey.
It's not. That's mullein. Mullein and garlic make a really good treatment for ear infection.
It's very, very therapeutic.
Now I want you to notice my beehives here. This is for mason bees. And you see, and you see them there coming. And I tell you, they're just. I get so many bees, and this place just hums with bees. You know, because you can see about it here. This is totally because mason bees are really good pollinators. See, the problem with honeybees in April, my trees are blooming. It's cold outside, and they have honey at home. I'm not going to go outside. Where mason bees have no honey, and anything that's pollinated, they're on it because they're always hungry. So they're really much better pollinators. And actually, honeybees were brought from Europe. They're not native to America. They were imported. Well, these guys are native.
And these guys don't get the mites like the honeybees.
Yeah.
And they don't sting. They look like big black flies. They're really friendly. They're just nice to be around.
So you just clean them out.
I don't do anything. I just
you
drill
don't?
holes and let them do it all themselves. I don't do a thing there. Just let them.
They need mud to.
They do it all on their own.
And they clean it out when they need
Yeah, they do. It's just hilarious to watch them. You know.
So you just drilled a whole bunch of holes in that piece of wood?
I did that quarter inch holes. What you want. Don't leave it back. Don't go all the way through, and you're done. And how I discovered I have them. You see my barn over there? It has all those holes in the wood. I got that stuff really cheap, and I started noticing all these bees developing. I thought, like, wow, what are they? Oh, those are mason bees. I thought, cool. This is really great. And so I just wanted to get more of them.
How deep do those holes go?
All the way to about a half inch in the back is where it ends.
All the way back there.
'Cause you want a solid back.
3 inches.
Yeah. So just you know, a 4 by whatever, you know, those are probably 4 by 12, you know.
So the females go in the back. They lay the female eggs at the back. Build the wall after that, which is the mason part. Lays another egg, builds another wall, lays another egg, and then the male eggs are toward the front. They're more expendable, you know, in case there's a,
Woodpecker
This
comes
is-
by
Yeah.
and cleans them out.
Right?
And this is one big
Kinda like
piece of
Jurassic
wood.
Yeah.
Park.
It's not. Okay.
And the reason they lay all the males on the end is because the males actually hatch sooner. So first thing in the spring, the males will hatch a week early, and they'll sit by the hole that they hatched out of, waiting for their sisters or whatever to come out. Yeah, the females, and they'll come out, and then
Just
right then
hanging
and
out,
there, he mates them,
chilling.
dies within a week, and the females go 6 weeks pollinating and refilling the holes.
Awesome.
Now that you're all here, I want to. This man is David Devine.
Oh, hi.
He wrote a book about what's going on here. He has it there in his hand,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and you can tell him how to access it. This is the second edition.
Yeah, see, thanks to Aaron, now I do grounding when I come here. He's the first one that's barefooted. So, yeah, about 5 years ago, we did this book, Growing Food God's Way. And then Paul on the back, myself, and the foreword is by Joe Salatin. And then just, a week or so ago, 2 weeks maybe, the second edition got printed and turned in. So it's bigger in size, thicker.
Bigger print?
No.
I wish it was bigger print.
It's
We
just
had-
more volume.
And so we're revising and updating. See, when this was written, most of that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Only nasturtiums were
Yeah.
under his trees.
Yeah.
So we're adding a lot of that in here. 6 new chapters, bibliography with the actual pictures of the books that he recommends, and an exhaustive index. So.
Get it online?
Well, the ebook is on Amazon, but the paperbacks, I'm not sure if it's up right yet. For the growingfoodgodsway.com is just the way to get the paperbacks right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way to get the. We're probably not going to hold hands with Amazon on the paperbacks.
Good on you.
Yay.
Do you have a stock right now that we can buy?
Did you bring any?
I brought some, but people don't come here to spend money.
Well, she just asked.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the back in the car when the people are turning in their umbrellas, and I'll be back there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back there. You can, but this is a petting zoo one. You can just look at it and decide whether you're interested. Pass it around.
Hey, Howard? Where's Howard? Do me a favor. So I want to show you how this tool works. In the back of my truck, there's a tool. When we get over to Herb Garden, this is the most amazing weeding tool on the planet. I'm going to show you, because it is. You're going to see how it works. It's just mind-boggling how cool that works. The whole thing of bending over and pulling weeds, man, is over. I went and weeded. Nick had one, and he says, "You got to try this." I went in my orchard in 20 minutes. I had the whole orchard weeded. I was totally blown away. It is amazing. You'll see how just and then one side of it, you use for weeding. You can flip it over and you can grade like a rake. It's so totally awesome design, yeah. So just grab it and we'll get over to Herb Garden and show how it works.
Ooh, I'd love to see that.
I had bought the tool because of my Lyme disease, and it kills my back bending over and weeding and stuff, and doing all kinds of stuff. And it's just more efficient to walk and just get it done. And I tried getting him to use it last spring, and he was really stubborn. I'm just going to use my asparagus knife. Whatever. Then a couple weeks ago, he walked out with his bucket and his asparagus knife. I was like, let me see that. I took the bucket and I'm here to use this. I showed him how to do it, and he did it in 20 minutes. He's like, I gotta get one. Oh yeah, it was so funny.
What do you think, Paul?
It's a collinear hoe. The one that he has, you can use in here so you can change.
Now, when we were talking about screen wood chips, that's what all this is here. You see how nice that is, and you see you can plant right in it seeds, and you just basically it makes such a nice cover. And this is all wood chips, but it's been screened, so it's fine.
You mean like sifted?
Yeah, sifted. Yeah, went through the screen, but and you can just see how well
Do that in PA?
they do it right here in Swim. It's called Cascade. And they sell bark and everything,
Yeah.
but everybody brings their yard waste in and they grind it up, and they compost it and they screen it. It's like $30 a yard, but my feeling is, man, to do that myself, it's worth $30.
Oh yeah.
And you could just, I don't know if you can just tell. I think these plants are healthy. I mean, you can tell by looking at them, and then you can see what they're growing in. Nothing but composted wood chips. It's just awesome. Well, the soil below is always being fed by this stuff on the top, so it's always upgraded.
So Paul, in the book, is there winter stuff, winter information?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's all kind. Winter, here, what? Again, so much is just practice. I love cilantro,
Yeah.
but cilantro bolts quick.
Right.
So I had the most amazing experience. I plant it probably 6 times a year, but one year I planted at the end of September, and it came up really quick. But in October it got cold
Oh, so
and
it
didn't grow. And that cilantro went the entire winter,
And didn't.
didn't bolt because it was cold. I'm thinking like, this is so awesome.
Wow.
It got down to 4 degrees. And it didn't freeze because it's really a healthy plant. You look at the root goes straight down. It's a deep-rooted thing.
Right.
And you know what's so cool about cilantro? Cilantro really reveals the nature of Father God, like no other vegetable.
Okay.
Let me explain why. You see, when God created cilantro for us, He had this generation in mind. He had us in mind. And here's why. For 6,000 years, food was safe to eat, and it had no heavy metals in it.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Food had no heavy metals because everything was organic. When they started using heavy chemical fluorides, heavy metals started developing in food. You know what cilantro does? It's a natural chelator that takes heavy metals out of your body.
Wow.
And what I'm loving about God is that for 6,000 years, that wasn't necessary, but He had us in mind. And what I so get, He didn't miss anything.
What a provision.
It's awesome. And I have cilantro growing. I eat it every day because it has the highest vitamin C of anything that grows. It's really nutrient-dense, powerful food. And it's really good for you.
Yep.
You know? But having it all winter is so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But that September 1st, planting it then, you'll get it all winter because it won't bolt. So it's just, what I'm loving about, I'm going to just show you something, get over here. You can even see it from here. You see that that yellowing is chamomile in the herb garden?
Yeah.
You see right in the middle of it, there's a section of total green chamomile. So I'm asking God, like, what's up with this? And He showed me. If you look at that grass there, you see 3 lines that are darker green, because that's my drain field. The drain field is going through there, and because it's getting sub-irrigation, it's not drying up. I'm thinking like, whoa. So for all you people who have outside the county, plant your garden over your drain field. I'm serious. Utilize all that wastewater. So, and again, when you realize how powerful, if you look at along riverbeds, how green everything is. If you remember in Genesis, before it rained in the Garden of Eden, God watered it with a mist coming out of the ground, a sub-irrigation. That's the ultimate way to water. Rain was second thought. So it's just so cool. And then again, the beauty is I'm utilizing all my wastewater. You know, sub-irrigating my herb garden. You know, just. We'll head out. Hey Nick, you want to take him out? Yeah. Yeah. And then when we come back, I want to show you my herb garden because
I'll take everybody out this way. You follow me. Give Paul time to get over to the herb garden.
Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.